YouTube Live and around the world on Ramadan Radio Wolves. It's Stories of the Week with myself, Khalid Akhtar, and Aris Akhtar. Today is the 19th of July 2020. In today's show, we will have stories about McVitie's chocolate biscuits, a sushi lunch, small businesses buying Ferraris, and much, much more. So keep us company for the next 1.5 hours, and hopefully the two of us can put a smile on your face. So, first of all, good morning, Aris Akhtar.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here. How are you? How's your week been?
I've had the most miserable, terrible week ever.
Well, why? What have you done that's made your week miserable?
It all started off from last Sunday. So we left here. We had to get home in 7 minutes. We didn't do it in 7 minutes. We missed 5 minutes of the game. And then the result, the football result, when Burnley got a late penalty, which wasn't even a penalty.
Yes, I know, that was very
So
disappointing.
that disappointed me all evening. And the best thing is, my wife left me with Wolves winning 1-0. She's gone out, she's come back, and she's seen me in a terrible state. And she says, what's wrong with you? I says, Wolves drew. And she goes, no, they didn't. They won 1-0. I says, we drew 1 each. And she pulled out her phone and she went into Google, and guess what Google was saying?
What was it?
1-0 to Wolves.
Even Google couldn't keep up with it.
Well, even Google knew that VAR was wrong.
Exactly. Well, my week has been good. Well, firstly, we booked a holiday, 5-star hotel to a very nice place in Bournemouth.
Five-star?
Yeah, 5-star, very nice.
Well, I never knew Bournemouth done 5-star hotels, but if they did, you'd go to it. I know that.
Yes, and also I got a new Apple Watch. Thank you to my dad.
Oh, he's been spoiling you, hasn't he? It's all the good work that you've been doing on the radio. I think someone had to spoil you. And
I mean, I did ask him, and then he got it for me.
Did he?
Yeah. So I've had a good week.
Good week. Well, my week got worse and worse because then I was supposed to have a doctor ring me. He didn't ring me, so I had to phone him. And then in midweek, I also went to buy a car.
Did you? How did it go?
Not very well. I told him my week's been really, really bad. So I go to a showroom. You think nowadays, COVID-19, people haven't got the money now, have they? Everyone's tight.
Complete opposite.
So I went to one of these German showrooms, and they just wouldn't look after me. Just wouldn't do it. So I walked away from there empty-handed. And yeah, it's been bad.
What do you mean, like they didn't look after you? Like
they wouldn't do a deal with me. You got to do a deal.
Exactly. No deal, no nothing.
That's it. No way am I going to force them to rule over me.
Exactly.
You know, if I give them an offer, they must accept it. Anyway, they'll probably ring me during the week anyway. So
yeah, hopefully.
Let's carry on with the show. So last week we brought you news that Amitabh Bachchan had coronavirus.
Yeah.
And I said to you, you need to go home and watch a film of Amitabh Bachchan's. Did you?
Well, I didn't really, because I'm not really into that type of stuff. I know I let you down, but...
Then listen, you watched Ertugrul.
Yes, I did.
That's in Turkish.
That's an exception, because that's like... I don't know how to explain it, but that's good.
So is Amitabh Bachchan. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the listeners to text in with an Amitabh Bachchan film that they want you to watch.
Yeah, so text in and say the best Amitabh Bachchan film, and maybe I'll watch it.
There you are. That's a challenge. So
make sure it's good, otherwise I'll be disappointed.
It's got to be good. Most Amitabh Bachchan films are. So hopefully the listeners out there will text in their favourite. You can do it on 07 440 420 432. Anyway, in the Bachchan family, it gets worse. 3 generations of the Bollywood Bachchan family are all infected now with the coronavirus.
That is not good news.
Results on Sunday showed that actress Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, a former Miss World, and her daughter Aradha, 8, was infected with coronavirus. Her husband Abhishek and father-in-law Amitabh, both also actors, were taken to hospital on Saturday with the virus. Both men were said to have mild symptoms. Aishwarya Bachchan, 46, is one of Bollywood's most famous faces, both in India and abroad, featuring in several Bollywood and Hollywood films. She won the Miss World pageant in 1994. Did you know I actually interviewed Aishwarya Rai.
Yes, I do know that. I heard your interview with her.
Did you?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did
so
send it me.
I've got a pre-recorded interview of Aishwarya Rai, and I think I must be the only person on the planet who made her laugh so much
Yeah.
in that interview. Yeah, so I'm famous for that.
Yeah, you are. I mean, it's disappointing that like all the family have got it. I mean, it would have affected them a lot and the acting and everything.
Well, as you know, everything's on pause in India at the
Yeah,
moment with the
true.
acting, but they have billions of followers in India, and all the streets outside the hospital, around their house, people are praying 24/7.
I know it will be somehow how famous they are. They will be getting a lot of people supporting them.
They are loads and loads of people supporting them. Don't forget our telephone lines are open today as well. 01902 972 150. There's somebody missing.
Well, actually, yes, Shabazz is missing
Why?
because he's got to go to a wedding. I mean, haven't you got to go to the wedding as well?
Exactly. But you know, this is where me and Shabazz are different.
Yeah.
Women power. Yeah, women power dictated Shabazz Ahmed this morning, whilst my beautiful, lovely, fantastic wife said, Cal, do what you have to.
And then go to the wedding after?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
You know,
it
it's
works
give and
out.
take, isn't
At
it?
least you got to do this show today.
Well, I would never miss the show for nothing. You know, this is in my blood now.
Yes, I know.
So Shabazz Ahmed is missing in action. Disappointed, but I'll see him later. I'm sure if Shabazz is listening today, he might call in.
Yeah, he might call in, just say hello, pop
Yeah,
in.
let's see if he's listening.
Yeah, let's see if he actually is listening. Well, today my competition. Well, first call in for my competition 01902 972 150. And today we're doing something different. Today I ask you one of the questions, and you have to. Well, today we text. If you text in and get it right, we'll put your name down once. But today, if you call in, only for today, we put your name down twice. So I'll tell you one of the questions, and you have to answer it. Okay?
Yeah, so let me get this straight. You're going to say a question.
Yeah.
The people out there can either text in or they could ring in.
Yeah.
But if they ring in, their name will be put into the pot twice.
Yeah, you're
So they
right.
got two chances of winning that big
Indus
prize.
hamper.
And before you say that, there are rules and regulations. My close family members cannot enter. And if you do enter, you have to come to the studio and collect it yourself, the prize, which is a big Indus hamper.
Yes. So today the question will be, what are the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam called? So what are they called?
What are they called? So we don't know exact names of the Prophet's companions, but what are they called? So what are the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's companions called? And you can text in 07 440 420 432, or you can, as usual, ring in 01902 972 150. Let's move on to more stories.
Well, minister's cat steals milk during a live broadcast. The very Reverend Dr. Robert Willis was filming a morning prayer when opportunist Tiger, the cat, seized the chance to plunder the milk. The video showed the cat licking the milk from Dr. Willis's pot. I actually saw the video of it, and he was doing it live, and then the cat comes up and just licks the milk from the pot.
Did you say tiger or cat?
Well, it's a cat, but
It's
I think
named
it's
Tiger.
named Tiger, yeah.
Does he look like a tiger?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
does.
So he's in a church doing a prayer.
He was in his garden because I think to regulations you can't really be in a church.
I
And
see.
then his cat started licking the milk, which was kind of funny.
Is that what they were going to drink afterwards?
Probably yes.
You know what? They probably did drink
they
it
probably-
afterwards.
I mean, he did see the cat next to him and he stroked it, but I'm not sure if he actually clocked that the cat was licking his milk. So he might have drank it afterwards, might have not.
Milky story there. You milked that one, don't you?
Yeah. So what stories have you got?
I've got loads of stories today. As I said, we've got an hour and about 20 minutes, so we've got loads of stories and loads of competitions and loads of texts to go through. So let's start with the Emirates first. Coronavirus set to cut 9,000 jobs, citing pandemic. It's the first time the world's biggest long-haul carrier has disclosed how many jobs will be lost. Prior to the crisis, Emirates had 60,000 staff. At least 700 of the airline's 4,500 pilots were given redundancy notices this week, which means At least 1,200 have been told their jobs are going to go since the coronavirus crisis started. So that's a lot of jobs to go for the world's biggest airline. What are all these pilots going to do? Who would imagine that coronavirus, that a pilot's job would be in jeopardy?
Exactly. Like before all of this coronavirus started, if someone told you that all the pilots' jobs would be lost, you wouldn't think that it was because of this pandemic.
No. You know, like when we were young, especially parents, they would love your child to become a pilot,
Yeah.
Flying a big jumbo jet
And they can
747.
fly you places.
Exactly, and it's disappointing that now these qualified pilots, pirates in PIAs, that's what they should do. They should go and join PIA.
Yeah.
At least they have qualified,
Yeah.
decent Emirate
At least
pilots
they won't crash
flying.
then.
More stories here on RamadanRadioWolves.com.
In Australia, a cow walks into a police station. A cow has been caught on camera wandering into a police station in Queensland, Australia. Video evidence shows the cow walking in and out peacefully on CCTV camera footage. It was a video, and nothing was happening in the bank. And then I don't know what a cow was doing on the streets, but it just walked.
Well,
in.
if you ever go to India and Pakistan,
Yeah, there
there's
probably is
animals everywhere. So I presume this is in Australia,
Yeah,
did you say?
Australia.
And it walked into, was it a police station or a bank?
A police station.
So how big were the police station's doors? How did he go through the doors?
Both the doors must have been open, and he just walked in, and no problem. He didn't do anything. He didn't wreck anything. He just walked in, had a little look around, and then he walked back out.
Just sniffed around and walked out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, what are animals doing these days?
Do you think that would ever happen in the UK? A cow going into, say, HSBC or Lloyd's TSB?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think it'd get across the roads without being so scared, or I don't think the farmers would really let it out of its field or anything. So
Wow.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
And if you are listening in today, these are all true stories from around the world. You get all the latest stories from around the world. We did have some sad news coming this week. John Travolta says his wife, Kelly Preston, has died from breast cancer. Preston appeared in films such as Jerry Maguire, Twins, and alongside her husband in mob flick Gotti in 2018. You know who John Travolta is, don't you?
No.
No?
No, I don't. No, I think I've heard of him, but I don't properly know him.
Did you know John Travolta, I went to watch his first movie.
Did you?
Yeah. My first movie was a John Travolta movie, and it was called Grease.
In the cinema?
In the cinema. We used to have a cinema in the town centre where the tram ends now, opposite the police station.
Oh, yeah.
There used to be an ABC cinema, and
how,
I went.
How old were you then?
I think I was 8 years old. My mum and dad let me go,
And you still remember that?
and I still remember watching Grease. I only went because I used to fancy Olivia Newton-John. That was a female
Yes.
star. Yeah, that's why I went, and I like the songs as well.
Yeah.
You must have heard the songs.
Yeah, I think
Tell
so.
me more, tell me more.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard
Yeah, so, 1978, I think.
Wow. Well, dancing robots replaced fans at a Japanese baseball game. Well, of course, they haven't got fans, so they replaced them with dancing robots. Tokyo, with their stadium devoid of fans due to coronavirus restrictions, the Japanese baseball team, SoftBank Hawks, have come up with an imaginative replacement, dancing robots. So if you were one of the staff there and then you saw, like, the dancing robots, would you be, like, amazed?
I'd be shocked.
I would be shocked as well.
You know, dancing robots. How much would these robots cost? And they must be programmed.
Probably a fortune, yeah. They'd be programmed to dance all in sync at a baseball game, probably cheering on the players or something.
Wow. I reckon they could play better than the
They
baseball
probably could.
players.
Yeah, probably.
You know, if you program them right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to spend on...
Yeah, just dancing robots instead of the crowd. They could just put in some crowd noises or something, like they do at the football, but...
Yeah, have you been watching the football?
Yes, I have.
Did you notice Leeds United being promoted into the Premiership this week?
That's a very bizarre way of being promoted.
It was.
Wow.
It brought me back memories 2 years ago when Wolves got promoted, and they were all in a hotel room. And I was watching this game. This is true. I think it was Fulham versus somebody.
Yeah, I watched that as well.
And the other team scored last minute. And honestly, I was doing
You're
somersaults.
doing ballistic,
I
yeah.
went mad, and my wife walked in and she was saying, "What are you doing?" And I just says, Fulham are drawing, which would mean Wolverhampton's Wanderers going into the Premiership.
I
And
bet-
honestly, I was doing somersaults.
I bet when you said that Fulham were drawing, she was like, you didn't even support Fulham, and then you're like, Wolves got promoted.
Yeah,
and
Wolves
then
got promoted.
understood.
So the same thing happened this week. The first day, West Bromwich Albion played. They lost, so that meant Leeds United got promoted to the Premiership. And then the second day, Brentford lost, which meant Leeds United went up as champions. So without kicking a ball, they got promoted. And then the next day, they got promoted as champions to the Premiership. And
Very lucky for them.
that'll be a new ground for us to go to next season, eh?
Yeah, I think we could go to that ground. I mean, we've done most of the grounds in the Premier League. I mean,
Yeah.
we would have went to West Ham, our ground that we wanted to go to. but
Yeah, disappointed.
they
We had
got
the
cancelled.
tickets
Exactly, we had tickets, and it was like a couple of days away from when we were going.
yeah, it was a Friday. They announced it, and Sunday we were
We're
going to the
going.
game. So
It was very sad.
it was disappointing. And talking about football, some sad news again. 12-year-old Aston Villa fan is arrested for racially abusing Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha on Instagram by racially abusing him and sending him pictures of the Ku Klux Klan ahead of last Sunday's game. What's the world coming to? 12.
I mean, I'm 13 years old, and at 12-year-old, I wouldn't do something like that. I mean, people shouldn't really like be doing that to is racially abusing football players.
Where's he getting these ideas from for being 12?
Probably.
Now, being in his shoes now, you're 13, you're not far off.
Yeah,
Where's he getting these ideas from? Do you think
probably
it's from parents or is it from
media,
social media?
older people, media, parents maybe. Parents can't be like that good if their children's like doing stuff like that. They'll have to have a part in that being racist as well.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you there, you know.
I mean, I would never do something like that.
Well, if you'd done something like that, your dad would give you a backhand,
Yes,
wouldn't
I
he?
know everyone would be angry at me.
Yeah, so, you know, and these parents, they're probably celebrating the fact that he's
Probably.
abusing a Premiership player. We have our first text, film recommendation for Ari's. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, go on then.
Sholay.
Shulla, have you watched that
I've
movie?
watched. No, who hasn't? This is the question. Who hasn't watched Sholay? Come on.
All right.
The star of the show is Gabbar Singh. Ki ho gaya Kalia. Watch it. That's a good film.
Alright.
Good one to start off with.
Okay, I
Um,
will.
My first film at the cinema was Dirty Dancing. Patrick Swayze was too hot. Someone's not sending their names. Is that Shabazz in disguise?
Probably.
Thank you for your message. If it's ending in 495, send me your name as well. We'll make you famous this morning.
Well, don't forget for my competition, you can either text in today and get it right, or if you call in today, we'll put your name down twice on the draw. So the question today is, what are the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, called? So what are the companions called? Not the names of them, just like what is the group called? So
Yeah, I think it's a very good question you pulled
yeah,
out
I mean,
today.
it's not that hard to answer because I would know that. So
Yeah, well, you made the questions up, so thank you very much for all your hard work that you put into the show.
no problem.
And if you are listening in today, all the stories that Aris does, he does all the research himself during the week. He picks them out and he says them himself. I do not help him any matter or form at all. So all this is his own hard work, and for that I'm so grateful. Thank you very much, Aris.
No, thank you as well.
So what's your next story then?
Well, ketchup flavored ice cream and other unusual flavored foods. I mean, we had that onion flavored cereal last week.
Onion bhaji,
Yes,
I remember that. So now it's ketchup flavored
Ketchup-
ice cream.
Ketchup flavored ice
That's weird. Yeah. Oh no.
Heinz, yeah.
Really?
Yes, really. Heinz has released 5 different sauce flavored ice creams. Heinz has released a range of ice cream kits for people to make their own sauce flavored desserts. So far, people can make tomato ketchup flavored ice cream or sorbet, as well as mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, salad cream, and saucy sauce flavored ice cream too. I would never try this. Like, never mayonnaise ice cream, ketchup ice cream.
Who thinks of these things? I wouldn't never think about
Exactly.
putting ketchup or mayonnaise in ice cream.
If it was put in front of you, if someone bought it for you, would you try it? Would you eat it?
I would try it.
Okay, maybe I'd try it, but it doesn't seem very
Appealing,
yes.
yeah, but I don't know. Would it smell like ice cream or would it smell like ketchup?
Or barbecue sauce or mayonnaise.
Mm,
I don't think mayonnaise in an ice cream is the one.
no, I would like to try it. You know, if it does come out and Heinz brings this out, I will definitely try it.
Yeah.
I'll give you. You know what? What we should do is do a taster in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
If we're allowed food in here.
well, I'm sure we could
I mean,
twist
we
Alvina's
won't
arm.
make a mess,
We'll
so-
twist her arm. You know, it might melt before we get here, though. You have to get
Maybe.
a cool box.
Yeah, I mean, people are getting bored and making every flavour they can. So it's... Well, don't forget to enter my competition. I mean, I said it before and we say it every week, so don't forget.
Another text message coming. Good morning, Khalid. Finally having a chance to listen to your show live. Have a good show. That's from Dave. Dave Uppal.
Dave Uppal.
This is a story. Mr. Uppal watches us on Facebook,
Yeah.
and he thought that you was a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This week, I watched the repeat show, which is on Wednesdays at 3:00. I watched it at work with one of my colleagues, Karen Baines, and she turned around and said, "She's very talented."
How do I still look like a girl? I even put my hair back in a man bun, and you still think I'm a girl.
That's what people are. I'm not saying it. People are saying it. So now you got a bun. It looks more like of a woman.
Oh, my God.
So Karen and Dave, I've told him
Just to put it out here, I'm not a girl. I'm actually a boy.
he's definitely a
And
boy.
I'm sure I'm a boy.
He's a manly boy as well.
Well, Boris Johnson's great-grandfather was not just a Turkish Muslim, an activist, but also a Hafiz. So yes, I said it, Boris Johnson's great-grandfather. The scary part is that in only 2 generations, they managed to move completely away from Islam. A lesson for everyone with children: if you don't teach your children Islam, who will? Well, it must have been that the Hafiz married a white woman, and then that they had a baby, and then that baby married another white woman, and it just kept going on until Islam was just completely out of the family.
Wow. So that's surprising, isn't it?
Exactly. I bet-
Boris Johnson's
Is mus-
great grandfather, is it? Or
yeah,
great?
just great grandfather. It's not
Wow.
that far
It's
off.
not that much,
Was
is
a
it?
Hafiz as well.
Half his Quran.
Yes.
That is disappointing, to be fair, because
Exactly.
good, he was Hafiz,
Yeah.
but it's bad news that the lineage didn't
Exactly.
carry on. And
Because they would have went straight to heaven.
exactly, Boris Johnson is Muslim.
In the
really.
blood, yeah, he's Muslim in
His
the blood.
bloodline is Muslim, so
I bet you didn't know that.
you know that is shocking to me this morning. See all the great news you get here on Ramadan Radio Wolves. We got 3 minutes until our first break. Would you spend £500 on a toothbrush? You spent over £100 on the Apple
Yes, I mean,
Watch.
well, that's very different to a toothbrush, and I haven't got that kind of money, but not for a toothbrush, no.
No. Well, the Oral-B IO is on sale from August the 1st and will set shoppers back a hefty £500. It features interactive colour display, smart pressure sensor and visual timer. Comes with magnetic charger which claims to provide full charge in 3 hours. The gadget also provides new detailed insight into brushing habits, even down to the pressure and coverage applied on each tooth. So this is the brain box.
Would you buy it?
No.
I don't think who would. I mean, you'd have to be very rich with a good income to buy this. I mean, you'd have to be well intrigued.
£500. I could buy
What's-
£500. I could buy myself a nice holiday, 1 week holiday
Yeah.
in Turkey somewhere.
Yeah, you probably could do a very nice holiday. For a toothbrush,
Toothbrush, no.
What's the most you'd spend on a toothbrush?
£30 on one of them Oral-B.
Yeah, I wouldn't even spend that much on a toothbrush. I'd,
No. You go to Poundland, wouldn't you, and buy
Yeah.
5 for £1.
yeah. I mean, man dresses as Grim Reaper to warn Florida beachgoers about coronavirus. A Florida man donned a Grim Reaper costume and walked along the state's crowded beaches to warn beachgoers about COVID-19. I mean, I'm going on holiday soon, as I said, and it's just over the beach. We've got terraces on the view off the beach, and if I saw a Grim Reaper, then It'd be kind of weird for a hot day and in a Grim Reaper costume, telling people to go back inside.
Grim Reaper. What's a Grim Reaper?
Pretty much the devil kind
Is
of
it?
thing.
Oh,
It's a
no.
bit like a Halloween costume.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why would he do that in this heat?
I don't know. Some guys, I don't know, warning people about COVID-19.
Wow. Competition is open. If you want to text in, you get yourself a Indus hamper. What are the Prophet's companions called?
Yes, what are the Prophet's, peace be upon him's companions called?
07440 420 432. Text in. If you're ringing and brave enough to talk to me and Ari's and get the answer correct, we will put you in the draw twice. So you got 2 chances of winning.
The question isn't really that hard.
No, it's
to be
easy.
honest.
It's easy. Everybody should know it. If a 13-year-old knows it, you should know it too as well. So give us a call. We're going to take a very, very short break. We will be back in around about 4 minutes' time. So keep tuned, keep listening. Shabazz, if you're listening, call in 4 minutes' time.
All right, bye.
Welcome back to the second part of Ramadan Radio Wolves Stories of the Week with Khalid and Ari's Akhtar. Telephone lines are now reopened 01902 972 150, or you can text in 07440420432. Competition lines are open. What are the Prophet's, peace be upon him's companions called? Give us a call. First story for the second part. Speed cameras are being used to fleece drivers in good hunting grounds for making money rather than preventing accidents, Watchdog reveals. So is your nearest yellow box amongst those raking in the most cash? So when you're driving down the road, see them yellow big cameras?
Yeah, I saw it.
Well, some of them are actually making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially in London. One camera in East London on the A104 Lea Bridge Road is making, listen to this, £3.8 million in fines. That's a lot. So far, £3.8 million.
Well, just in fines. I mean, they're not very like £1,000 fines, so they must have a very, very lot of cars fines.
A lot of cars going there. And there's one, especially in the Midlands. If you go down towards Kidderminster, there's one there that catches everybody out. So I think your dad's been caught out a few times.
Probably has. I mean, when you're driving, you probably and there's a straight road with no cars. I mean, you'd probably tend to go fast and not realise there's a camera there.
Yeah, especially down there, Worcester Way. They always have these camera vans there as well. So if you're driving down that area, this is a warning. Watch it. Slow down. Stick to the speed limit. It's been ages since I've been caught by a camera.
Has it?
Ages. I've just probably jinxed myself now as well.
Maybe. Well, Colombian with COVID-19 gives birth in a coma. Diana Anjola was fighting for her life when she gave birth to son Jefferson. The 36-year-old had been put into a coma having contracted the novel coronavirus, which left her lungs barely able to cope. Doctors performed a caesarean section due to the state of her lungs, and Jefferson was born at least 14 weeks prematurely. That's 14 weeks. That's a lot of weeks.
That's 4, 8, 12. That's over 3 months.
I know, that's...
Wow. And survived?
Yes, it did survive.
Well done, well done. It's a strong
it would have travelled from the mother into the baby, which...
No, it is. And the mother's all right now as well?
I think so, yes, she is, but... I don't think she's all right. I mean, they've probably still got coronavirus and trying to treat it, but I mean, it's not good for a newborn
Amazing story,
baby.
though. Amazing story you've pulled out there. Fraud fears over 31 billion Rishi loans. Experts report some small businesses owners are using the emergency cash to buy Ferraris. So because of the pandemic, Rishi has obviously put out this package to save small companies. But fears are mounting that the bounce back loan scheme designed to prop up struggling companies during the coronavirus crisis is being abused. Oh, no. A minority of the 1 million small business owners who have borrowed so far, proportionately to help their firms survive the pandemic, are using the money to buy Ferraris, property, or even premium bonds, according to
they're getting that
experts.
much so they can buy Ferrari.
Well, it looks like that. In less serious cases, several businesses are also using the cheap government-backed loan to pay their existing debt, which carries a higher interest rate. So what's happened is Rishi Sunak's bought out this loan. The loan you don't have to pay back for, I think, at least the first year. Yeah. And after that, it's something stupid like 1.9 or 1 point something percent. Don't quote me on that, but very low. So what the clever businesses are doing is using that to utilize it somewhere else. So
they could invest it into their business, but if they're doing something else with it, that's on them.
Well, what they got to remember is this money has to be paid back. So one way or another, you could spend it how you like, but one day that government is going to knock on your door and ask for that money back, and you will have to pay it back.
And then there'll be just a Ferrari sitting on your drive.
Yeah, have you seen the colour of my Ferrari, by the way?
What would you spend it on if you got all that money?
I'd probably spend it on the business to make it better.
Yeah.
But if I was that way inclined, I don't know, I'd maybe do the house up or, spend something like that. Make it wise. But I would know that I've had to pay it back, so I wouldn't do anything dodgy.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Class ring lost at Indiana Beach found by young girl 46 years later. A 9-year-old playing in the sand at an Indiana beach found a class ring that has been lost by a beachgoer 46 years earlier. Hattie Hollingsworth, 9 years old, said she was building a sandcastle with her cousin this month at a Beaver Lake beach when she scooped up a handful of sand that contained the ring. The girl said that she initially thought the ring might have been one of the plastic toys that her grandmother, Kathy Russell, likes to hide in the sand for kids to find. But she showed it to her grandpa, Tom Ashcroft, who quickly determined it was no toy. So imagine losing your ring and then a 9-year-old finds it 46 years later. I mean, I don't think the person probably be alive now, but
she's found a ring. Was it expensive?
it'd probably be worth expensive, yeah.
My wife's ring's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish she lost it. I wish the insurance company paid up. I'm only joking. Only joking. I'm only making things up here. Don't forget, we're also asking our listeners if you've watched any Amitabh Bachchan films to recommend to Aris. We've had some nice person texting already recommending Sholay.
Yeah.
I recommend that as well. It's a nice Bollywood Western, if I say.
But if anyone has any other recommendations, because I've never watched one of his films.
I don't think you've watched a Bollywood film ever, have you?
I don't think so, no.
No, so anyone with Amitabh Bachchan, please.
For my first Bollywood
This
film.
first Bollywood, we wanted him to have that most fantastic cinematic experience ever.
Are these movies on Netflix?
Yeah, they should be on Netflix.
Alright,
I'm not sure about Sholay. I haven't seen
Yeah.
Sholay on Netflix, but I'm sure you could download it on YouTube. You could watch it on YouTube. So yeah, give us a text 07440420432. Recommend Ari's a good Bollywood Amitabh Bachchan film because he's got coronavirus, not Ari's but Amitabh Bachchan. So he wants to know a bit more about the Bachchan family himself. And of course that competition is open as well. Alaska Airlines flight makes an emergency landing in Seattle after passenger threatens to kill everyone on the plane unless they accepted that Jesus was a black man.
What? Why would you do this to people? Like, there's literally no point. Like,
An Alaska Airlines flight was forced to make an emergency landing in Seattle, Washington on Saturday after a passenger threatened to kill everyone on board. Video footage from the incident shows that the man wearing a face mask moving through the cabin of Flight 422 bound to Chicago, O'Hara, yelling, "I will kill everybody on this plane unless you accept Jesus was a black man." One man was then shoved, the suspect and others joined in by a second gentleman who helped to subdue him. Video filmed by passenger shows the pair take him down on a flight with a flight attendant rushed over with what appears to be zip ties to restrain his wrists. So yeah, madness, thousands and thousands of feet up in the air. It's got to be mentally disturbed, I think.
yeah, probably. He's probably got something going on with him, so.
But then you have to, it made me think, what colour was Jesus?
I know, I mean, no one
No, he's
really
from the Middle East. Was
Yeah.
he white? Was he Asian?
Was he black?
We
No one
don't know,
knows.
But yeah, I'm sure half his fiars would know that.
Yeah, probably.
He knows everything.
He knows everything about Islam.
Everything. I watched his show last night. Gosh.
Shamanite.
He was wicked. He had a fantastic talent on.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff last night. I was watching football
Yeah.
and I was listening to Fiaz.
Yeah.
That's how I
I
done it.
mean, because you don't really need to listen to the football, just watch it.
How often do you go to the dentist, Aris?
So every 6 months,
Hmm?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Man petrified of dentist has his jaw removed after the 51-year-old was found to have a fist-sized tumour in his first checkup for nearly 30 years.
Did you say he had to get his jaw removed?
No, he's got no jaw now. So
30 years. I mean, if you hadn't visited the dentist in 30 years, maybe at the start of the 30 years something was wrong, and then through that 30 years it's been growing. I mean, that's why you need to visit the dentist.
you got to go to the dentist. Darren Wilkinson, 51, was too scared to go to the dentist for 27 years. The support worker went after finding blood on his pillow in the mornings. An X-ray found a tumour called amblyomatosis that affects the jawbone. He had to have 90% of his jaw and most teeth removed this April.
I mean, I get where now he's going to be scared of going to the dentist, and I bet he's still scared now because he had to get most of his teeth removed and his whole jaw. 90%.
Whole jaw. It'll be all wide up now. Competition.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, don't forget to enter my competition.
That's what I said. Yeah, I tell you, you're talented, mate.
I mean, even if that no jaw guy was speaking to me, I can still see what he's saying. I mean, today we're telling you a question and you have to answer it. If you text in today, which is 07440 420 423, you get it right, you get one, like your name gets put one time in the draw. And today, if you ring in and you get the question right, the answer right, 01902 972 150, you'll get your name put down 2 times in the draw. And the question is, what are the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, called? So what are his companions called?
That text number is 07440 420 432.
I mean, if you get like win, you'll get a very, very good prize. Do you want to tell them what the prize is?
Tell them. It's massive.
In very big Indus hamper. I mean, it's got all your foods from Indus in.
Yeah, fantastic. I did put it on a letter. You know, every week before the show, I have to do a letter to tell them what we're doing on the show.
Yeah.
And on there, at the bottom, management, if you're listening, I put, can you please put the hamper in the studio so everyone could see it live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Do you think they read that letter?
Probably not. I mean,
probably
I can't see it anywhere.
I can't see the hamper anywhere, so oh well. I'll try again next week. £100 fine for not masking up. So police are to hand out on the spot penalties for anyone not wearing a face covering in shops when it becomes compulsory from July the 24th. So from next week, or the week after, you have to wear a face mask to go shopping, really. And transport.
Well, everyone's been. Some people are wearing a face mask, but I've been to the shops and people aren't wearing face masks. So I think at the start it would have been like people have to wear face masks, but now they're making it. Yeah. Everyone has to wear. I
think what Mr. Muslim Boris should have done was right at the start of the pandemic. If you're going shopping, you have to wear a face mask. Now everyone has been like chilled out, relaxed. And now he's asking everyone to wear a face mask from 24th of July.
Well, do you know what else Mr. Muslim Boris said? In October, football fans can go back to the football matches and my Sunday League grassroots can go back on. I'm not sure when, but we can go back to football matches on October. Are you excited for then?
I am. October, yeah, can't wait. Honestly, cannot wait because
we've missed the atmosphere at the football stadium, so it'll be good.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Great show again this Sunday morning. My chores around the house are easier to do listening to your stories of the week. Keep up the good work. And that's a message from someone. Phone number ending 858. Please do leave your name. We'd like to see who's calling us as well. We've been eating chocolate digestives wrong, as McVitie's share the correct way to eat chocolate McVitie's biscuits.
How do you eat them?
Anyway, really, I dip them in tea and I try to put the whole one in my mouth at once.
I don't do that. I just take a bite and then another bite and
which way up do you put it?
What do you mean?
So you got the biscuit side and you got chocolate at the top or the bottom. Which way do you hold it?
Hold it with the chocolate at the top.
At the top.
Yeah.
McVitie's has answered a burning question among biscuit fans and revealed many of us have been eating chocolate digestives the wrong way our entire lives.
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference if you hold it upside down.
Well, apparently to McVitie's it does. For years, biscuit fans have been questioning the brand as to whether the chocolate coating side is on the top or the bottom of the biscuit. And for years, McVitie's has issued the same answer. Our digestives go through a reservoir of chocolate, so it's on the bottom. So I seriously hold the chocolate at the top.
Yeah, same. I think everyone would do that.
Yeah, but it's wrong. You're supposed to put it the other way. So This week I'm going to buy, well, my wife's going to buy me a packet of biscuits, and I'm going to try this. I'm going to see which way to eat it, if it's easier this way or another way.
Okay, so we'll see next week. You'll tell us if it's better holding it like that. Firefighters free teen from baby swing in TikTok stunt gone wrong. July 15th, firefighters rescued a British teenager after she climbed into a baby swing to shoot a TikTok video and got stuck. Leanna McLean, 14 years old of Oxfordshire, was filming a TikTok video with friends at Oxfordshire playground when she climbed into the baby swing and found herself unable to climb back out. Some dumb people around here. The girl's mother, Charlie McLean, 40 years old, called the fire department when she was unable to free her daughter. A video of the rescue shows the firefighters removing the swing from its hinges so the teenager could be extracted with the help of some liquid soap. Teenagers can't go in baby swings. I mean, you clearly saw there they just get stuck. What a stupid idea.
Is this the one that, you just about put a baby in? Because
Yeah,
when my children were small, I had difficulty putting a baby into one of these
exactly.
swings.
And she's gone in there and
'Cause
had to get the fire department to.
Because I was afraid of breaking the kids' legs,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
twist it in. And here teenagers are trying to do it.
Oh, that's some stupid people around here just for a TikTok.
Would you get your leg in? One of the...
No,
No,
I wouldn't even try.
I wouldn't do it either, never. 1 in 3 firms are preparing to lay off staff before furlough ends in October. Devastating new report claims as Boris Johnson prepares to ditch working from home guidance and tell millions to return to the office. So before, just when the pandemic was starting, Boris Johnson said, stay at home, stay safe, if possible, work from home.
Yeah.
Now he's changed his mind.
How
You know
do
why?
Why?
Because the furlough scheme has been offered to a lot of people, and it's been supporting them since they've been working from home. Now, because he's got to stop it because he can't afford it, he wants the people now to start going back to work. But what's happened now is
Yeah.
the companies have got, well, you know what? We don't need them to come back to work here. They could start working at home because it saves them money.
Yeah, and it's maybe easier for the companies, like just sending their employees to work at home.
It is. It's much easier. It's costing them pennies, really, of just their
Yeah,
wages.
exactly.
They're saving on floor space. They have to pay rent for
Yeah.
the building.
Yeah.
So I think Boris Johnson's got a fight on his hands.
Yeah, I know he's got a dilemma to solve and for all the businesses.
Do you know who Banks is?
Yeah, I think I've heard of him. I've heard of him, but can't remember what he does.
Okay. A clueless cleaner may have cost Transport of London as much as £7.5 million by accidentally scrubbing off Banks's sneezing rats from the tube carriage, leaving bosses begging elusive artists to do it again. So Banks is the one who spray paints, and he paints
Oh yeah,
in
I
secret
remember, I
places,
remember.
and all of his paintings are worth millions. So Banks's coronavirus-inspired artwork created in a tube train carriage as he went through central London was wiped away by a cleaner who wrote it off as common graffiti and may have been worth up to £7.5
Oh my
million
gosh.
pounds. The guerrilla artist, dressed in a high-vis jacket, boiler suit, goggles and face mask, painted a black rat coughing and sneezing green paint across the Circle Line's carriageway window and walls to encourage people to cover their faces in public. Transport for London has confirmed that the work was removed some days ago due to a strict anti-graffiti policy, but that it would welcome Banksy to recreate this message in a suitable location. So £7.5 million down the drain.
Wow. I mean, do you think they'd have to pay a bit off that, or do you think they'll just get
No,
away with it?
Banksy does it for free.
Yeah.
So it's a gift from him to them. Now they haven't got this gift. So
I mean,
would you sack the cleaner? Because
it's
the cleaner-
not really their fault because maybe she should have known someone.
How do you know she's she? How do you know she's she?
Okay, maybe they
They.
should have known. But I mean, if someone was employing someone to clean it, maybe they would tell them that just avoid this bit. But
Yeah, well, he or she's done their job because
Yeah.
they've got rid of the
The
graffiti.
but
So I think it's the management's job to have told them, whatever you do, this carriage, do not
yeah,
touch the graffiti.
do
Or put
not touch Banksy's drawings.
exactly. So yeah, I can't blame the cleaner
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
not really the cleaner's fault if you think about it, because they're supposed to get graffiti off. And
Yeah. I'm surprised no one's entered that competition yet.
yeah, I mean, the question isn't really that hard. What are the companions of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam called? So, what are the companions called?
Yeah.
There is an English quiz as well. Just ring in, tell me a number from 1 to 34, and then I'll tell you the question. And then if you get it right, you'll get
The answer. On this show, we cover for everyone: English, Muslim, Arabic, Chinese. We don't care what religion you're from. You're listening to Stories of the Week. We try to get everybody involved. So we have questions in different languages, just to help you guys. We're here for your dedications as well. So if you're celebrating your birthday today, your wedding anniversary, I know I've got a wedding to go to afterwards. So I'll say congratulations to Mummazil and Umair in front,
Yeah.
in advance.
Yeah,
So yeah,
congratulations.
they're getting married today. So if anyone you know is getting married, I'm a bit disappointed that they picked the wedding today, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the only day available.
I know, but it's COVID. I said to the wife, How many people?" First, she said 30 people. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be 30 people there.
More.
I think there's going to be more. So I'm just going to sniff around first, and if there's more, I'm going to stay in my car.
Yeah. Or
I'm not
just
gonna go in.
stay away from everyone.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in. I bet you the police turn up today.
Do you think they will?
I think they will. I think somebody's going to phone and say they're having a big party, and let's grass them up. I think they will.
A message from Ufu Malik. Keep it up, bro. Thank you.
Mr. Malik. Mr. Malik. They've just got the most craziest takeaway slash
Burger stand.
open.
I saw that.
I'm not going to say too much more, but it's going to be pretty amazing.
Are you going to try it? Have you tried it?
I haven't yet. I haven't been invited to that special week, where all the
Yeah.
celebrities went. They missed me out on that list,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they'll invite me very, very soon, or we just have to go down and pay for
The
it.
burgers do look nice.
They
don't
do, don't they?
Yeah. Very
Oh,
fat, juicy burgers.
I know, amazing. We've had a text message come in. Salam, brother Cal, good show as always. Keep up the good work. Love listening to your show every week. That's from Fiaz. So
Love listening
yeah.
to your show as
Yeah,
well.
we
Fiaz.
do. Tick for tat, Fiaz. We love listening to you more than you love listening to me. And Muzammil, I can't get this name right. My wife's just texting. Say her name correctly. It's Muzammil. Muzammil. And stop talking about the wedding, okay?
Okay. The ultimate summer hack: woman goes viral after revealing brilliant towel trick that stops it from slipping off your waist while walking around the pool. When I saw this, I thought this is no hack. Muslims going to Hajj and Umrah have been tying their ihrams like this for years. The video has gone viral, gaining over 5.3 million views.
5.3 million. When I read this story, I thought, wow, this woman, she's gone onto the beach, she's wrapped a towel around, and then she just curled it over at the top.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, 5.3 million views. I went to Umrah, and
Yeah.
I've been doing it for the last 3-4 years, turning it around. So this is no hack. Muslims have been doing this for years.
Exactly. And then this woman decides to copy us by just doing a towel.
Just copied us.
And she gets 5.3 million views.
I know.
don't think that's fair.
That it is not fair. I protest against that.
From Nassim Amasadi, salams, I'm enjoying your show whilst peacefully eating my breakfast. Well done, great show. Thank you for the people waking up on their Sunday morning to listen to our
We
show.
do appreciate it. Everyone who wakes up on a Sunday morning, at 10:30 to listen to
Yeah.
us, we salute you. We do, and thank you for listening in. And please do tell others, and tell everybody that you're missing out on a
Yeah.
great show. Once again, that competition, we still want them. We still want them coming in,
Remember,
ringing.
if you ring in, you get your name put 2 times down on the draw if you get it right. And if you text in, you get it once. But the texting number is 07440 420 432. And the ringing number is 01902 972 150.
Somebody's been to that burger place
How's that who?
or that butcher's. I'm not going to say the name, but someone has.
It was nice.
They said burgers were awesome. Good luck to them. Great initiative. May Allah put barakah in their new journey. Ameen. Ameen. Boy 5, who had money and his stock of eggs and cheese stolen from his honesty shop, is undated with support after BBC antique star tweets that thieves should be ashamed. So have you ever been to, say, got driving around and you see like a basket or a box outside and it has, say, 20p for an egg or cheese?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, and all you do is you get out your car, you put your money there, and then you pay for it, and you go. And then somebody steals it. We'll talk a bit more about this story after this short break. Okay? Yeah. Don't go away. Welcome back to the third and final part of Stories of the Week on this Sunday morning, 19th July 2020. In the hot seats today is Khalid and Ari's Akhtar. Before the break, we were talking about a 5-year-old who had money and his stock of eggs and cheese stolen from his honesty shop. Harry Clare, 5, from Melvin, Worcestershire, sells eggs and cheese from an honesty shop at his parents' glamping site. Family noticed his money and stock had all been stolen on Tuesday. BBC Antiques expert Philip Sorrell shared his plight on Twitter, and the family have been inundated with offers of financial help. Many who saw it was outraged somebody would steal from a rural honesty shop. I've seen loads of these around, and to be honest, I've never ever stopped. And
Yeah. I mean, why would you steal from that shop? I mean, 20p's there. I mean, it's not that much money, but for a little kid, I mean,
of course, it's his
Exactly.
livelihood, isn't it? He's all week. He's made this box up,
he's put an effort in,
put
and
effort
someone's
in,
just stole
and
it.
someone's come and stole all his food and all the money as well. Shameful.
Well, I remember my brother. He went into school and he sold muffins or cupcakes that they made, and his money got stolen. All his money got stolen in school.
In school.
Yes, and they never got it back.
So why didn't teachers search?
I don't know. I mean,
search of
I think
pupils
he
out?
reported it, but they never got found.
How much money was it?
I don't know. I mean, they sold a few cupcakes, probably for like £1 or 50p each. I mean,
Yeah, but still, it's
I know,
a principle,
yeah.
isn't it? You shouldn't be stealing.
Yeah.
Stealing is haram. Once again, that competition, please do enter. You
Yeah.
know, we've got nobody in there today, have we?
yeah. I mean, message from Naseem. Please, can you rephrase the competition question? I'm feeling confused, and I'm normally pretty good. From
Of course,
Sis
which is
Naseem.
very good.
Well, the question is, what are the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, called? So, what are the companions called?
Yeah,
So
there's
we
a
call, like-
certain word for them
Yeah,
all.
so like,
A group of them are all called.
so we have friends. What are like the companions called?
Yeah, I don't think it's hard really,
Yeah.
but once we give you the answer away, you're gonna.
Naseem's normally really.
She's
good,
very
and
good
yeah,
normally, very good. Just think what you think
Yeah.
and put it down, and we'll say yes or no if you're
Yeah.
right or wrong. Peanut butter overtakes jam as our breakfast spread of choice, but how healthy is it? Dietitians investigate which jars are worth going nuts for. So, what do you like on your toast?
I like jam or Nutella. I like jam better than peanut butter, but I know that you love peanut
I
butter.
love
don't you?
peanut butter. Peanuts are high in protein and fiber and provide decent amounts of fatigue-fighting iron. Phosphorus, a mineral that helps maintain strong bones, and B vitamins to help release energy from foods. But a sensible portion size is no more than 2 tablespoons because the spread of so high in calories and saturated fat. But there's loads of peanut butter, and the best peanut butter to go for, apparently, is one of these low-fat ones, and Meridian Crunchy is the most favoured. But I wanted to know, people out there, what they have for breakfast in the morning, especially in
Yeah.
Desi households. Is it still protein, or is it the new generation now?
Do you have egg and toast and beans or?
That's me. That's
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Egg toast and beans every day, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
You know.
Doctor's gruesome discovery as woman complains of sore throat after sushi lunch. The 25-year-old woman from Tokyo had experienced pain in her throat for 5 days before she went to the hospital, where doctors made the rare discovery. A woman who complained having a sore throat was found to have a live worm lodged in her tonsils. The worm's body was black, 38 millimeters long, 1 millimeter wide, and was molting the outer cuticle, with the cause being identified as the sushi the woman ate. So that sushi had was
Worms
infected
in it.
with a worm in it, and
So she's
eating
gone.
her
She's
throat.
gone to this restaurant stroke.
I would
whatever.
sue the restaurant.
Yeah.
38 millimeter worm.
And she's
in the
had
throat.
a sushi. She's complained, and there's a worm
in
stuck in her throat.
Yes. Oh my god.
No. You know what? Chinese eat anything, though, don't
I
they?
know they do bad
You
stuff.
just don't know what's going to be in this sushi, do you? I wouldn't take the risk. Someone's texting. Toasty and mirchi anda. Yum. sometimes cereal Cheerios. That's a bit of a difference, isn't it, from toasty mirchi anda and the cereal,
Yeah.
and then sometimes cha and rusks. That's
Yeah,
nice.
char and rusk. Yeah, I've had that before.
I
It's
like
nice.
that. I like that. I like that. Also, we're looking for films for young Aris to watch. Amitabh Bachchan films. Text in if you're a Amitabh Bachchan fan, the film that he would like to watch or you recommend him to watch. We've had one person say Sholay so far. We're still waiting for more comments. Today's Sunday, 19th July. It's the 201st day of the year with only 165 days left to go. In 711, Muslim forces under Tariq ibn Ziyad defeats the Visigoths led by their king Roderick. In 1941, British MP Winston Churchill launches his V for Victory campaign. In 1903, the first Tour de France, French rider Maurice Garin wins the event. In 1908, Feyenoord soccer team forms in Rotherham. In 1940, Adolf Hitler orders Great Britain to surrender. In 1961, the first in-flight movie shown on TWA airline. And in 1965, shooting began on Star Trek The Pilot, where no man has gone before. In 1969, Apollo 11 goes into moon orbit. And in 1984, the first female to captain a 747 across Atlantic, Lynn Ripplemeyer. And in 1986, Tim Witherspoon knocks out Frank Bruno in 11 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title. And in 1993, the last day of the first class cricket for Ian Botham. And if you're celebrating your birthday today, you're celebrating with Imam Bukhari, Islamic scholar and compiler of the Hadith, born in Bukhara, Khorasan, the modern-day Iran, in 810, and he passed away in 870. In 1814, Samuel Colt invented the shot revolver, the Colt 6. And in 1941, Pakistani actor Nadeem Baig was born. In 1947, Brian May, English rock guitarist, was born in London, England. And in 1955, Roger Beanie, Indian cricket medium pace all-rounder, early 80s, born in Bangalore in India. And in 1971, Gurpreet Chuggi, Indian actor, he was born. 1977, Hatem Mustafa, Sudanese footballer. And in 1979, Luke Young, English footballer, was born. And finally, a death, 2019, Rutger Hauer, Dutch actor, films including Blade Runner, Osterman Weekend, and The Hitcher, dies aged 75. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Naseem, Sister Naseem, guess what?
Yeah, go on then.
She's got it right.
Has she?
She's got it right. Sister Naseem, she has got it right. See, we knew she'd get it right.
Yeah, we knew it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think we could rephrase the question any better, please let us know. Naseem G, thank you very much.
Yeah.
0190297255150. If you ring us, you could get double points, and
Yes,
you could get
double
into the
points.
draw twice. Like Sister Naseem, he's
Yeah.
already in the draw, but shall we put it in the draw
we'll
again?
Put her in again, yeah. And
Oh.
Shabazz, if you're watching today,
Watching
make sure
and listening, yes.
make sure to ring in or text in so we know that you're actually watching.
Yeah, you know what? He'd be the first one to say, "Did you listen in?" You know,
Yeah.
oh, they're listening in. Now, I bet he's driving up towards Birmingham now.
Probably.
He could be on hands-free because he's got one of them posh cars.
Yeah.
He could ring in the studio and talk to us on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, let's see if he's listening.
Yeah, let's see. Well, as we're talking about breakfast, egg sandwich breakfast hack goes viral after people can't wait to try it. A brilliant one-pan method to create the perfect egg toasty has gone viral after being shared on social media, and people can't believe they haven't tried it before. Breaking 2 eggs into a bowl and seasoning them with salt and pepper before beating the eggs with a fork. Once the mixture is smooth, she pours it into a pan on heat before dipping it in 2 pieces of bread to coat each slice with egg on both sides. Then she leaves the pieces of bread side by side in the pan while the egg cooking underneath before flipping the whole thing over once it's ready to eat.
Did you know my wife made me this?
Did she? How
Did
was
she
it?
made me this before that article come out?
Really?
She done it about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is amazing. Amazing how she made it. And I was a bit surprised when I saw this as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, I'd share this with the world. I had another great message from Usher. A great fact re-birthday of Imam Bukhari. Great show. We generally have a fry-up with halloumi on Sundays. Special treats are mulli or aloo parathe or halwa puri once every couple of
Oh,
months.
halwa puri is a good
Oh,
breakfast to have.
They're making my mouth water now
Oh, no.
on a Sunday morning. That's from Usher. Thank you very much for your text. You
Wow.
can text in as well.
Well, from Naseem, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, perfect Amitabh Bachchan film.
You know what? Gubby Cushy Gubby. Oh my God. Naseem G, you have really smashed it this morning. That one's got.
Every week she smashes it.
That one you're going to cry. If you
Yeah.
watch it, you'll start crying.
Alright.
If it's the same movie, I think.
I think I'll watch that.
Gubby
one.
Cushy. That's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll watch that then.
Gubby Cushy Gubby Gum. I tell you, the listeners are going to go crazy now with
And
that.
she says, woo, that she got it right. And we'll put your name down on the competition again.
Yeah, someone else is texting. It's called French toast.
Yes, French toast.
It's similar to French toast.
Similar
but
to French toast that we've been having for years.
Yes, but this is different. There's eggs in there as well at the same time. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Do you like miti bread?
Yeah, I do.
That's French toast, but
Yeah.
with sugar in.
Yeah,
that-
I love midday bread.
That's lovely. That is.
Turkish paragliding instructor takes couch TV into the sky. A Turkish paragliding instructor rigged up a couch and a TV so he could become a couch potato, hundreds of feet in the air. Hasan Kaval, 29 years old of Izmir, created a miniature living room complete with a couch, a lamp and a TV set and rigged it into a parachute harness to take on the paragliding track at Babadag Air Sports and Recreation Centre. So I'd be scared going paragliding normally, never mind with a TV, a lamp, a couch and everything.
I actually saw this video.
Did you?
I actually saw this live.
How did he actually do it? Like,
So basically, he's got a two-seater black sofa, or he's a one-seater sofa, and then he's got an attachment with a TV looking in front, like it is here in the
Yeah.
computer screens in front. The paraglide's obviously carrying the sofa. It's got wheels on, and the guys push him off the cliff. And honestly, the paraglide, it's took its weight, and he's flying around, watching TVs, drinking
I mean,
drinks.
wouldn't it fall off or like?
You think so, but this is the power of flight, the aerodynamics. It's
Fair play to him.
absolutely looked amazing. Talking about peanut butter earlier, this is game-changing hack to all parents listening in today. If you need to know how to remove chewing gum from hair in 2 minutes, what do?
Cut it off.
That'd be the easiest
well,
way
when I
to.
was younger, I actually I don't know why I was young, but I put chewing gum in my hair and I had to cut it off. It wasn't that obvious, but I put it in like a bit, and then I had to cut it off.
Yeah.
It was a very dumb idea. I don't know why I did it, but
Well, if you'd use this hack, put peanut butter in with the chewing gum just comes off.
will it?
So, do you want to try that later on?
Not really, because I don't really want putting chewing gum in my hair.
I thought you want chewing gum in the air. You've got to be the tester for everybody here.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, no one else is going to try.
True.
I've got a few more stories here. 9 minutes left to go. When we do go, we've got Ijaz Saab on with the legal show, and he'll bring you some fascinating solicitor stories for you as well. A black Labrador is left abandoned, tied to railings, alongside a note saying he had not learnt to be good. The black Labrador was left attached by his collar to the metal gate outside Jasmill Kennels in Upchurch near Sittingbourne in Kent. He was discovered with a note which said, "Hello, please can you take me in as my owner has abandoned me after 10 years because I have not learnt to be good. So I've been returned here where he found me. Thank you for looking after me. Sorry for the inconvenience." So someone's actually bought this Labrador. Well, he's found this Labrador 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He's probably obviously not been toilet trained or something like that. and the owners got fed up and he's took him back 10 years later with a note saying this, and he's been found and someone else is taking him in.
Oh yeah.
Sad story.
I know, sad story. Some people just leave it on the street and then it can get abused or something.
Yeah, it's very sad. I mean, pets, you know, if you are going to get a pet, make sure you give it time, effort, and you got to have
And
patience
love,
as
yeah.
well. And if you can't, then please, please, please do not buy pets. This is a true story. I work in a prison,
Yeah.
and only this last week or so, the prison have bought some small budgies for the prisoners to look after.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? So prisoners now will have budgie guards in their cells that they have to look after.
What is a budgery?
It's a small little, like a baby bird,
Oh.
a budgie bird.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's got, but they're called budgie guards. So
Yeah.
the prisoner bought, I think we bought about 6 to 8,
Yeah.
and they're going to start breeding them, and all these prisoners are going to look after them. So they got like a companion.
Yeah. If a prisoner kills it, what is the consequence?
The consequences is death by hanging. No, it's probably more time in prison. They have to sign this compact
Yeah.
saying they've got to look after it. They have to, you know, obviously the welfare of the budgie comes first. So there's loads of conditions,
Yeah.
and they only go to trusted prisoners. So prisoners who have been good in prison.
Yeah, that deserve it. Not wearing masks in Gwalior, you'll end up volunteering at a hospital. The order said those who found without mask or not wearing the coronavirus guidelines at public places will not only have to pay a fine, but they would also have to work as volunteers for 3 days in hospitals and fever clinics treating COVID-19 patients and at the police checkpost. The Madhya Pradesh government has undertaken the Kill Corona campaign across the state for a door-to-door survey to identify COVID-19 patients.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
If you
I think
don't,
it's a good idea.
if you don't wear a mask, you have to work in the
because
hospital.
some people, maybe COVID-19's easing down and like we're allowed to go out, but it's still not gone. So people still need to like follow the guidelines and everything because people aren't keeping their distance from people.
No.
People just think it's gone, but it's really not. And if people just keep doing this, it's going to spread again. And
I had some breaking news yesterday saying that in Smethwick, 28 cases of coronavirus in Smethwick alone, and that was in an Asian household. So I am a bit wary about this. You know,
Yeah.
people are relaxed at the moment, and they shouldn't be. And there's areas like Blackburn now, Bolton. They're all
why
like
isn't Leicester still in lockdown?
Leicester is still in lockdown. So we have to be cautious. We do not want this coming back because I tell you what, if we have another storm of this COVID-19, it's going to be disastrous. You know, especially
know.
for businesses. You know, all around
Yeah,
the
it might
Midlands.
even be worse than it was before. We never know.
Definitely. A twin tragedy. World's longest surviving conjoined twins, Ronnie and Donnie Galen, who were joined at the abdomen, die at the age 68. So sad news.
Sad news there.
Ronnie and Donnie appeared in carnival sideshows as kids and used their earnings to help support their 9 siblings. So not including them two, they had 9 other siblings.
Wow, 9 siblings.
And can you believe it? 2 conjoined twins looked after the 9 siblings.
Wow.
Not the other way around, but yeah. The men were joint at the waist and shared a lower digestive tract, which each of them had their own heart, stomach, and a pair of arms and legs. So sad news coming there. Ronnie and Donnie dying at the age of 68 years old.
9 siblings to take care of. That's a lot of children.
It's a lot of children
Isn't
have,
it?
you know, that's potentially 11 or 10, you know, if you want to
Exactly.
count them as one.
What's the max children you'd have? Like, I know you've already had children, but
Yeah.
like,
If
how many would
if
you?
I had the income, probably 3.
3. I mean, 11 children. Would you be able to cope?
I couldn't afford them. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I would
I
not
know.
be able to look after them. One more story here. Why squatting stretches could add years to your life. A trial published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology revealed that people aged 51 to 80 who could get up from a squat-like position without using their hands were less likely to die within the next 6 years than those who couldn't pull themselves up. So have you've not been to Pakistan yet?
No.
You haven't tried these toilets that you got to crouch down?
No,
No?
no.
Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, I've saw one. Yeah,
Where have
just
you
a hole in the floor.
It's like a hole in the floor type. But if you could crouch down, use the facilities like that, and get up, you'd add 6 years to your life.
Add 6 years, or will I just have 6 years left at least?
No, it says you'll be unlikely to die within the next 6 years because of that position
I mean,
that you're using.
at least it's a good way to test it. I mean, if
Do you know what I mean? I might just try doing it without doing it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be encourages strength and flexibility that contribute to better health. People who commonly squat when at rest tend to use this position when going to the bathroom, as this too has benefits. Humans are meant to squat position when having a, you know what.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you could squat, you could add years to your life.
Well, don't forget. I mean, maybe it's too late to enter the competition. So next week, I mean, the questions aren't that hard. So
No.
next week, just
Bit disappointed this week with the level of entrance, you know.
Yeah.
But shall we give the answer away?
Yeah, the answer was Sahabas. So Nassim got it right. I mean, your name will be put down again on the draw. But yeah, the answer was Sahabas.
So again, the question was,
What are the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, called? And the answer was Sahabas.
easy as that. So, you know,
So next week, wake up in the morning, 10:30, and then answer the questions. They're not that hard.
exactly, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're going to say Qadar Hafiz very, very soon. We've got another minute and a half left. We thank everybody who got involved or whoever texted in. And what are you going to be doing this week?
I'm going to be
Watching
the Amitabh Bachchan film,
Kabhi
Gushi something.
Kushi Kabhi
Yeah.
Gum. You know what? If you want to come around my house one of the
Yeah.
evenings, you're welcome to watch it at my house. I'll watch it
Alright.
with you. It's 3 hours long.
3 hours long.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it in parts or something.
And next week, Khalid Akhtar will do a review of
Yes, I'll
Kabhi
ta-
Kushi
I'll
Kabhi
tell
Gum.
you.
Thank you for listening in again. Coming up next is a jazz. We've also got later on today Hafiz Sohaib. We've got out of Compton. I was going to say out of
Yeah.
Compton, but it's out of WV10.
Straight out of WV10.
Yeah, that's another good show. Loads and loads happening here on Ramadan Radio, and breaking news is that we might be back on 87.9
Yeah, will we?
coming very, very soon for one more month during the Hajj season. So keep listening in, keep listening to Ramadan Radio Wolverhampton. Got to say goodbye.
Gotta
Once
say
again,
goodbye.
thank you again, Aris.
Thank you too. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for Shabazz for ringing in and listening to the show.
Also, thank you to Shabazz.
We'll have him next week.
Yeah.
I'll leave you in the capable hands of
Right.
solicitor Ajaz.
Allah Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz, take care, goodbye.